When students of 11th and 12th get tired of studying for KVPY, JEE or NEET preparation, we give them a break of 1 week. In this week, they explore their favorite topics. We call this an exploration week. Students choose a topic from a list offered by us. 4 or 5 students form a group and explore the topic for the whole week. They prepare presentations and present their ideas in front of all the students and teachers. They answer questions posed by students and teachers. They argue, they debate. Students really enjoy this 1 week and return to their studies with freshness and renewed vigor.
I'm pretty sure the question on everyone's mind, like the basic part of this whole thing is transport. To get from Earth to Mars, that's the billion-dollar question. So how are you going to get there? I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of NASA and SpaceX, of course. And the problem is NASA, they decided that they will do their Mars missions only later on in 2040, 2050. So I'm pretty sure you've also heard of Opportunity and Perseverance. They are the rovers that are currently on Mars. And the main deal is that having humans on board requires stuff like oxygen, water, food, and life support. So we should have a really developed rocket to carry our astronauts.
So the first thing we need to do, the most important thing, is to warm Mars up, okay? And there is the fun way and the boring way. The fun way is we just bomb it. We hydrogen bomb it at the poles. So that's a very impractical way, but it is a possibility. So all we need to do is just launch rockets, atom bombs to the poles of Mars, and that will start heating up Mars. That is one way, one possibility.
So this is a demonstration in which we do some experiment on the Martian soil. So to get the Martian soil, we add carbonate and ground up chalk to stimulate the Martian soil. And now when we add water to it, the water would activate the acid in the soil, which would decompose the carbonate and produce carbon dioxide. And as Bhuvan explained before, he mentioned before that the materials required to warm up Mars are already on the surface of the planet itself. So all we need to do, one more thing that to probably warm up Mars is just to add water to the surface of Mars.
I did lots of research on the Starship, that is currently a rocket developed by SpaceX, and it's going to be the world's most powerful launch vehicle, and it can carry around 100 metric tons into Earth orbit. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the movie Martian. If you haven't, basically it's a crew, and they reach Mars, and by the time they land, there is already a base waiting for them. So it's a similar idea, except the base is built by robots, and that is done many years before. So everything will be already done by the robots, and humans will come and begin the process of colonization.
Yeah, and even if we are able to terraform Mars, and even if we build a colony in Mars, we can't tell that we are going to live over there forever.
We'll keep searching for new
planets.
Once
we colonize Mars and we know, we learn the techniques required to colonize a planet or terraform a planet, I think in probably a century or something, we will be able to travel to many other places in the universe or other solar systems, and we'll be able to terraform more such planets, so that we don't have to
confine ourselves to one planet.
We don't have to confine us to one planet, and we don't have the problem of overpopulation in any one planet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, guys. So it's almost, you almost feel that we are in Mars.
Okay, and if any one of them has, wants to explain, you start explaining. And if there is any point left out, the other one can join in, is it not? So why is it 108? Why not 107? Why is it not 109? And this 108 is exactly sandwiched between 107 and 109. 107 and 109 are co-primes. We call them as twin primes. What are co-primes?
They both don't have any other common factor other than
one. And this 108 is having how many devices, the devices?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Don't tell everything. There won't be anything else
Exactly.
in the PPT.
Exactly. No, I wanted all the children to have the curiosity why you are not 8. All right. Shall we start? And be calm, composed, and the way you felt, the what all you have done, you tell.
Okay, just a
Yeah.
minute. So I will be talking about the significance of 108 in math. 108 is a hyperfactorial of 3. Hyperfactorial number is the result of multiplying a given number of consecutive integers from 1 to the given number, each raised to its own power, is called hyperfactorial of a number. There are 108 points in the human body where 2 or more tissues meet. So these points are actually called marmas, and marmas are said to be the intersection of vital life forces. The distance between the Earth and the Sun equals approximately 108 times the Sun's diameter.
So a feedback mechanism is where the product basically the product controls its own production. So what happens is like whenever the level of particular hormone gets really high, becomes too extreme, the necessary hormones are produced in order to bring it down to a normal level. So for example, in this case, the thyroid gland is regulated by a negative feedback loop.
I know it sounds complicated because it did for me, but I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. So, before getting into the main topic, what amino acids are. So, when you eat food, right, the proteins in it get broken down into simple organic substances called amino acids. This is the basic structure of an amino acid. There's an amino group here, and there's a single hydrogen atom, and there's a carboxyl group. The center thing is actually called alpha carbon. Our first hormone is dopamine, also called the feel-good hormone. It plays a big role in motivation and reward. So an excess of anything is dangerous to the body, no matter what it is. So an excess of dopamine intake can lead to conditions that include ADHD, binge eating, addiction, and gambling.
Cortisol, also called the body stress hormone, is a steroid hormone. So basically, a steroid hormone is one which has the steroid group in it, which is one of the glucocorticoids, is also another steroid hormone that is produced in the adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland in the body. So all the steroid hormones are produced in the adrenal gland.
So what exactly is the cause of these colors? Let us see. The color pink appears due to the presence of a mixture of red clay, mudstone, and sand. Red clay's chemical composition includes silica, quartz, carbonate, aluminum oxides, and iron oxides.
You might have a question saying, why doesn't everything appear white? Color is mainly because of the electrons that are present in these electrons, as we all know, they can move up and down the orbit, and this will result in emission of photons. It's basically kind of like the opposite of photoelectric effect if you're looking at it. In photoelectric effect, it's like the photon particles hits an electron, makes the electron excited, and then the electron leaves the atom.
Yeah, it's for you people to discuss and ask questions. Come on.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question for Abhi now. He
yes.
just told that many people might know what is bipolar disorder. Actually, I don't know what is bipolar disorder. So, can you please explain?
Okay, sorry. So what bipolar disorder is when you have multiple personalities inside yourself. So you have like two people inside you contradicting each other, and that leads to like.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but bipolar disorder is not with multiple personality. That's another disorder called
Sorry. So bipolar is two. All right. So two people.
No, it's not two either. It's basically not about the number of people in you, but just that two huge extremes, bipolar. So as it suggests, like it has two poles. Like you either feel really sad or you feel really happy or elevated. So there are often two stages. One is the depression, and another is the manic state. So in depression state, you actually do not go out of your bed for like days. You just get, it seems impossible to get out of bed. Whereas in manic state, you can function really well. Like your productivity is at all-time high, like almost 4 times that of like normal people. Like, and you don't even need sleep. So that's what bipolar is. Like, if you were able to
I didn't know
understand, it's
that.
not
Sorry.
multiple personalities.
Sorry.
I hope that answered your question.
Yes, thank you. So let's see whether anybody answers. So the question is, I have a red chair, yeah, and I keep that red chair in a room which has only blue light. Okay. So now, how does the red chair look to you?
Sir, I guess it'll appear like dark colors, somewhat like
So
gray.
it looks purplish, sir. Like more like purple or white, like purple color.
How does
So
it?
you can't see the chair.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
it'll be black in color. I mean,
So like very dark gray in color, sir. It'll be a dark shade.
it'll be black. Yeah,
Very
no color. It'll be
gray, sir.
black.
Black, bro.
Yes,
Yes,
sir, black.
Yeah, black.
It'll be very
It
gray.
does not reflect the blue light.
it will absorb the blue light.
But I think it can be tested in your house. If you have all these Diwali lights, the lights which are different colors. If you have a blue color one, okay, you go to in the dark room, put it on, and put a red chair and see how it looks. So you will get a good idea. So I think that's all I will say. I will not clarify exactly what happens. See, we see colors, so many colors, and you also explained basically how we see colors and all that. So, I have this doubt. The colors that we see, suppose we see some color as red or blue or green, whatever we see. So, are other animals, when they see, do they see the same color or do they see differently? How do they work? Any idea?
Oh, that was one of my question also.
Excuse me, sir.
No, sir, I don't think it's the same. It's not the same because our eyes are highly developed, and also I guess it's more of like a biology part question, and it's like it's based on the chemicals that's released because of those light, because of those wavelengths, particular
The question,
wavelengths.
Prakash, you understand my question. It has a philosophical connotation. Okay, I will tell you what it is. Okay. So, is the color in the eye or is the color in the object? That is the question I am asking. In the sense that if the color is in the object, then everybody sees the same color. If the color is in the eyes, the way you perceive it, then everybody sees it a different color. Do you see that it is a philosophical question?
So the color is the same, but not all animals can perceive all colors.
Sir, the color is in the object, but the receptors of the color are in the eye. So the receptors are like different for each species. So
what I see as red, maybe an insect will see it as blue. Is that what you are saying?
No, that can't happen. What is blue for the insect also. But if it can't see blue, it can't, like, it'll be either black or white or something for it. It can't see blue color means it can't see the object. It'll be in some other random color. I mean, like white or black or something like that.
You know what? I go to the extent of saying that, let's say I am saying something as blue, and you are also saying that as blue. Yeah, let us say. But are we seeing exactly the same color? We don't know. So we have decided to call something as blue, both of us. So I see blue today, and tomorrow I see the exact same color, so I call it blue. And so you also do the same thing. Maybe we see different colors. What do you think?
Yes, sir. My green might be your blue.
If it's the same light, you mean to say, two persons, the light ray, its wavelength, frequency, both, it's the same ray that is entering both of their eyes. Now, if it is the biology of their eyes being different, if that is going to result, and it will result in they perceiving the light differently, it is same as the earlier question of whatever we see as blue, do animals see that? It's the same question, right?
Almost the same. Kind of related. But it's not the same because the first question was like, sir, it's like that object, is it the same color? Will it be the same color in the same radiation? But then the second question was like two different people. So it's not similar.
So anyway, I don't want to push you further into that philosophical question of do we see red when we see red. Okay. So there is a lot of aspects to think about that, but that is a different direction. So I don't want to derail chemistry there at this point. Okay.
Sir, actually, that in the video, they told that sun emits all wavelengths of light, no sir, all frequencies of light. Then why does sun appear orange? Why doesn't it appear some other color?
It's because of, like, in the atmosphere, refraction takes place. So because of that, it'll become orange in color.
Blue, violet, all those colors are
no,
scattered.
Yeah. If you go to space and look at the sun, it's actually white from International Space
Yeah,
Station and all
because
the
there is
sun.
no scattering.
From the Earth also, if you look at the sun at noon, it will appear white in color because the refraction that takes place on
directly.
the is less.
It is normal to the ground, so it's like it will be white, but only in the mornings and in the evening it will appear yellow. That's all.
Okay, thanks. If the gravity of the planet is different, then human body will evolve to become suited to that gravity, right? So we'll become
that's what. See, that's the main goal of colonization. Initially, we'll have to wear some suits, and we'll have to get adjusted to the gravitational pull of the Mars and other stuff. But over generations and centuries, we are going to evolve in such a way that we will become the actual Martian. Probably when we evolve to become Martians, our average height will be about 7.5 to 9 foot. So that is how the evolution is going to take place. That's it.
No, 1 second. Actually, if we get adjusted to that gravity, we become a completely different species, right?
Yeah, that's why they're called Martians.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the point of colonization? You have to stay human.
There's definitely going to be some evolution, even in humans. Without evolution, there is no life, right?
Yes.
There's a difference between evolution and changing species. We are not changing species. We are still humans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you go to Mars, that doesn't make you Martian.
Yeah. No,
You're
you can call
Earthling
yourself.
yourself.
You can call yourself a Martian because you're super tall, but fundamentally you're still a human. You don't change from being human. Your DNA does not change. You're still human, but you're tall. That's it.
This is actually this is highly fictional. But have you seen the 2013 movie Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Superman. Yeah, actually in that they come in that people from Krypton come in that that black color ship. No, one will land on Indian Ocean and other will land on the like exact opposite side. And actually planet of Krypton has an extremely higher gravitational force than that of Earth. So what they're doing is they're somehow pulling and expanding Earth, and they're making the gravitational force of Earth suitable to theirs. So they don't want to evolve to become like become suitable for the gravity of Earth. They want to change the gravity of Earth so that they'll remain Kryptonian, but they will settle on Earth, kill the humans and settle on Earth. Something
So
like
you want us to like do something to Mars and then set it up such that its gravitational force is equal to Earth?
See, remember
that is why Kryptonians are
Sir's
called as
question.
villain in that movie. That is why Kryptonians are villains in that movie.
No, remember that Sir's
If
question
not-
stated that it should be in laws of physics.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, at least with current technology, we are not going to be able to change the gravitational.
Unlike
that's really sad. Yes.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Thank you, sir.
Sir, it was one of the best weeks. Sir.
Yes, sir.
We had a lot of fun, sir. Especially working with the group, it was very interesting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I got to know so much things from them. Many things.
Yes, sir. I mean, learning in a group is always very good, sir.
Yeah.
So this was one of the best weeks, sir.
Somehow it enhanced our communication skills.
Yes, sir. And then
Coordination.
it increased our knowledge by a huge amount, sir. I mean,
Yeah.
Mars. All I knew is we could go to Mars. Oh, no one has landed. Oh, SpaceX is going to do this thing. That's all I knew till probably Sunday. And now we all know this much, so I'm really proud of it.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of the Mars missions and SpaceX also. Like I stay up 1 o'clock at night with my parents once in a while to watch all the landings and all. But about like terraforming Mars and all, I had no idea. I was clueless. I had no knowledge about terraforming. So that was
Sir, like
was
I
a nice
didn't
experience.
know that a word called terraforming existed.
Same
I
here,
had
sir.
heard of
When
it.
I
I had heard of it.
started
I just
studying
thought
about this, I got to know about this.
I just thought it was something like planting lots of grass or something. I had
Yeah,
no
so-
idea what it was.
Same here.
Very nice, very nice. Nice. Yes, it was very nicely done. All the best. So
Thank you,
let's
sir.
please join the next two also. We'll see how the other children have done the chemistry and biology.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Nice essay, guys. I hope you guys also have enjoyed this. Great.
We enjoyed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Okay, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.